We're on the march. The Empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
When you're out on the road, the last place you want to be is on the road. But if the unfortunate happens, you'll be glad you were wearing diamond gussets.
There's a place down in Tennessee where they make blue diamond gusset jeans. They so pride in every stitch, guarantee you'll love the way they fit. They put a diamond gusset in the crotch where you need it most. Blue diamond gussets got it, others don't.
We turn jeans inside out. Diamond gusset jeans. Made in the USA with unparalleled quality. Our Defender motorcycle jeans combine gusset comfort with Kevlar protection, so you can ride all day with confidence. Order yours at gusset.com. Diamond gusset jeans got it. Others don't.
Hello, friends. Alex Jones here. You all know I've worked for years with Steve Shank and eFoods Direct. I have eFoods for my own emergency food supply. You know, Steve, life is different now for all of us, isn't it?
Very different. People are using this great food to survive the present hurricane season, and we've already had $40 billion worth of damage from floods, storms, quakes, and droughts. And that's just the first 8 months of this year. Natural disasters are newsworthy, but only touch a few of us Americans. The huge issue of the Greatest Depression is on everyone's mind. The unemployment, the loss of homes, lost businesses, and skyrocketing food costs are hitting every American. So everyone needs food security.
Folks, this month you will get free shipping on every food order from eFoods Direct. That's right. Every order gets free shipping starting September 6th. Get stocked up with the best storable foods out there with eFoods Direct and be prepared for any emergency before it happens. To take advantage of this special, call 800-409-5633 or go to efoodsdirect.com/Alex.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
That Ed Asner and I are having during the breaks. Pretty amazing information. I'm going to get his take on Ron Paul with you. I was talking more about Ted Knight, who I just love, especially in Caddyshack. Man, what a comedic talent. Also, we're going to play a short clip of this video. It's like 15 minutes long. It's at Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth's website. It's also up on Infowars.com. We posted it last week. I'm going to get it reposted. So that everybody can find it easier. 911 Families, Architects and Engineers for 9/11 Truth, narrated by Ed Asner. Here's just the first minute of it.
Throughout the ages, architects and engineers have designed and built the great structures that have made our world and withstood the test of time. Hi, I'm Ed Asner. Welcome to Architects and Engineers. Let's look now at modern steel frame buildings. This is the Empire State Building, a marvel of modern architecture. It was built to last. Architects and engineers of today use computers to design and engineer buildings that will endure the forces of nature, such as earthquakes, fires, and hurricanes. This modern skyscraper was also built to last.
Building 7.
We've seen buildings completely destroyed like this before, but only when done intentionally.
Only when done intentionally. You got to go watch it. Some of the most powerful 9/11 truth information I've ever seen, and we just appreciate Ed Asner having the courage and the will to do what he does. Just amazing, and undoubtedly reaching millions of people. Because if we don't expose false flag terror, the military-industrial complex is going to continue to stage these cold-blooded events to completely overthrow our republic. Ed, you were finishing up with Osama bin Laden and the fact that he was never on the most wanted list. And then what did you think of the report that Obama had him killed, and then the Navy SEAL helicopter blows up? Our intel was they blew the SEALs up on the ground. We predicted they'd have a crash with the SEALs on it later. That indeed happened.
Why would they do that?
To get rid of the witnesses, because the report is bin Laden was not in the building.
Really?
And was already dead, yeah.
Oh, my God. Well, I'm too busy with 9/11 to pursue that crime.
No, I understand there is too much. Any other points on 9/11 truth that you think are central for people to look at?
I think that, does anybody wonder why there are no black boxes from any of the planes? Has anybody seen the black boxes? Has anybody seen the various TVs that were on in the various stores at the time of the Pentagon, and why all those security cameras product was confiscated? Nobody's seen that. The stench in the cover-up of all the acts that took place on 9/11 are so enormous, people just feel too small and refuse to tumble to the fact that there was complicity in this country in terms of the carrying out. It was not a perfect threading of the needle that 9/11 took place. There should have been some exposure, some talk, somebody. And I understand that the 9/11 ceremonies in New York, that they did not even have the first responders make an appearance there. Is that true?
Yes, sir. CNN, Fox News, AP all reported it. When I first saw it a month ago, I didn't believe it and told my guys, let's go pull some more articles up. And it was confirmed. And then there was a statement by Bloomberg. And then we learned a White House memo that they did not want them there because they know they're angry about the asbestos dust and Bush covering that up when he knew it was deadly, and the head of the EPA, and also that so many of them are 9/11 truthers that it would be embarrassing.
Yeah, that's too bad, isn't it?
Yeah.
Too goddamn bad. Well, I think these people are dying on us as we go along, dying from the bronchial and the pulmonary diseases they got that day. And that's a hell of a way to honor them by not having them there. So, I've got nothing but negatives. I find that an 18-foot hole at the Pentagon in the least occupied section of the Pentagon by a pilot who could not fly at all, hardly, could never have engineered a total U-turn so that he could hit his plane into that particular section of the Pentagon. It's all such hokey make-believe, and our people keep buying.
Well, I know that when you've gone public, some of the media has demonized you. Martin Sheen questioned Building 7. They tried to demonize him. Bill O'Reilly shook his finger at the camera and said, you better watch it. It's total gangsterism by these people trying to intimidate folks. And now we've had Cass Sunstein at the White House. His memos, of course, have been made public where he said they want to infiltrate 9/11 truth to inject false information to discredit us. If it was just hokey, and if Ed Asner was wrong, and if Andres von Bülow, the former German defense minister, was wrong, and the former Italian prime minister was wrong, and president was wrong, if all these scientists were wrong, and all these fighter pilots were wrong, and all these police officers that said there was a countdown, and they blew up Building 7, and BBC reported that it was going to fall before it fell. Yeah, I mean, if all that evidence is just bunk, then why would there be government programs covertly trying to demonize us, Ed?
Well, I haven't, I felt like a demon for a long time, so I haven't felt any new trust. I was on O'Reilly a few months ago, and he treated me like a king. He was very nice to me.
I'm talking about years ago when they were really getting scared of 9/11 Truth. There was some demonization and some attacks on Fox and other channels, and they would mention 9/11 truthers. I remember you being mentioned amongst them. So, yeah, that just, I think, shows a little bit of the fact that it is just showmanship on their part.
Well, even the liberal commentators, Bill Maher won't even touch it. He runs from it. They don't want. They're afraid they'll look like fools if they engage in it or be demonized. And I guess when they're up that high, they can be demonized, and it can have an effect. But that shows how much courage they've got. The list of horrors that occurred on.
And hold on just a moment. I think you've got call waiting. I think you've got a call coming in.
It's taken care of, Alex.
Okay, great. I just don't want to interrupt you.
Oh, that's all right.
Please repeat what you were saying to me during the break. You're saying the list of horrors. Start over.
The list of horrors of 9/11 is so enormous, and even the heads of the spurious 9/11 Commission said that they were lied to by the CIA. So where do you begin, for God's sake? My feeling is that the corruption and the lies that we've been fed have reached such an enormous extent. The military lies, the congressional lies, the presidential lies, the corporate lies, that the level of corruption is of such an extreme nature. I think what the comment I said to you is that I think unless we bomb the city, we can't save it. So we've got to bring down to a level of clear understanding and begin again. And I don't know how much destruction that entails, but we need a change in this country. Certainly a third party of healthy proportions would help.
Well, this nation has turned into the happy looting ground of these global corporate crime bosses. It's like we're the right whale, and we're basically being hunted into oblivion. And if you study corruption history, as you were just alluding to, when it reaches this flashpoint, it races over the edge into oblivion. And none of us have any future, including the people looting the nation. It's almost like they're cancer. They think because they've got all this power and have gotten away with so many crimes, they become emboldened and then race through the body politic until they destroy the society. And the crime is exploding. The illegitimacy is exploding. The illiteracy is exploding. We've got close to 50 million people on food stamps. Those, basically digital soup lines. Every mainline economist I talk to says we're really in a depression, and we've got both parties lying to us. What about this two-party dictatorship, Ed? I mean, at this point, it's now in the news today that the Chicago Tribune editorial staff is saying Obama should withdraw and step down for a new candidate. Here's another one. Washington Times. Liberals vow to challenge Obama in Democratic primaries. The Washington Post has said they need somebody else to run. Obama faces questions on his investments. USA Today. So they're now bringing up old corruption stuff they knew during the campaign. So they've put forward their puppet, reading off a teleprompter. They're going to destroy him now and act like he did all this when it's the Republican and Democratic leadership, and I want your view on this, who are bought and paid for by the big offshore mega corporations and banks and oil companies and the rest of it. And so the Democrats are so upset. No, they're upset that they're getting the blame for this. They want a new puppet to take all the blame. And do you agree with that? I mean, Democrats who are upset with Obama doing the opposite of what he said he would do, they should realize this is the corporate fascism. What do they expect? Just like Republicans who are getting ready to vote for Rick Perry. Yeah. I mean, what do they expect this guy dyed-in-the-wool establishment, Karl Rove minion to do?
We've got to destroy the city to save it. In early 1945, President Roosevelt gave a speech. And as far as I'm concerned, if we could have preserved that man in oil